Okay, here it is, the finished product of my haunt sign. I just got it hanging up on the garage door right now so that it'll have a place to stay while I'm out in the garage. Got my tarps pulled down, trying to avoid as much light getting in the garage as I possibly can right now because it is hot as hell here in Florida, and the humidity kicks up, and yeah, it sucks. Anyways, for more information on how I did this, go ahead and refer to my last video. What looks like wood is actually foam. The letters are made out of expanding foam and then painted and glued to the wood looking foam. That's pretty much it for the sign. It's done. Just gonna be hanging it outside the haunt when I go to open up, probably the day before. That's pretty much it for the sign. Got some other stuff I'm about ready to show you, and I'll be getting to that right now. Here we go. If you go back a couple of videos, I think it is, that I posted, where I mentioned I was going to be paper macheing this pumpkin, I ended up just taking expanding foam and covering it, and it kind of gave it that weird texture, which I think turned out pretty cool. And I think it's Krylon, the company that makes it, but they've got the different types of textured paint that you can get for like stone, metal, plastic, whatever, and it gives it the texture. You can see I still got some spots where I got to go in and it cracked, but that's pretty much all I got to do to it. And then down here I got to cover up the black. I'm gonna do black right here with the mouth, so that'll pop out, and the eyes are red spray paint. That's gonna be going in the graveyard. I really like how this is distorted looking, but there's the pumpkin. That's done. Here is, the doggy doors that you can get to put in sliding glass doors. I had one of those up for my dogs. Decided I didn't like how one of my dogs was trying to dig through the door portion. She ripped off the flap that goes in there for insulation and dug up the door because she didn't like being outside when we closed her off from being in the house. So we took that out, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it, whether I wanted to sell it or what I really wanted to do to get rid of it, because it was like $150 for this damn thing. And we thought it would be useful, ended up not being useful. Now it's just taking up space in the garage. So I've decided I'm going to put this in my haunt. I'm going to be painting wherever it's white, it's going to become black. I'm just going to be spray painting it, and then on the opposite side of the window it's going to be covered in spider web to where you can't even see through it. About the only thing you'll be able to see is I'm going to put like a fake spider head there that's about the size of the average person's head, just so it shows a spider's there, and a little bit of light coming through so that they can actually see the spider webbing. And then I'm going to have the spider victim popped out through the door portion, so it looks kind of like they were trying to get away and the spider got to them, covered them up with webbing and stuff, saving them for later. Anyways, like I said, just cover it with spider webs. And then one of the things that gave me this idea is I wanted to save room inside my garage, because this haunt is going to take up a good majority of my garage, and I just want to give the illusion of actually having another room and not really taking up that much space, and just having this little window that looks like it's to a cage is going to give it that illusion without actually having to put in another room for the hunt. So that's going to come in really handy. At least I can use it. The money doesn't go completely to waste because I did get some use out of it for my dogs and then of course for my hunt. Yeah, that's going to come in really handy. I finished up was my spider egg sack. That's going to be in the hallway where you walk by the window where it looks like the cage with the giant spider. So it's going to kind of look like the spider got out, left its egg sac, and then the spider started to hatch. So I took a bunch of spider webbing, put that over the grocery sacks, stuffed the grocery sack full of other grocery bags, and just covered it up with spider webbing, put the baby spiders on there. So it's got that kind of rounded look to it, and it's also got that look like it's been sitting there for a while, that's been covered with spider webs. So that's done. Here's the spider victim. I've got him propped up against the wall. It's just going to be the torso, so I just got PVC pipe. And then I've got to stuff more of the torso region, make it look like it's bulkier, like there's an actual body there. The head is just a styrofoam head that I painted and covered with red paint and fake blood. Let it dry on there. I'm going to be covering the entire thing. The entire torso and head are going to be covered in spider webbing. So you're really not going to be able to make out any features or anything on the face, just going to be able to tell that it's a human head sitting there. And like I said, stuff the rest of the torso. The arms are wire mesh that I rolled up into a tube and just angled so that it'll kind of look like there's a collarbone there. So that's still a work in progress, but it's getting there. Dollar Tree yesterday, and I found these pictures that change. I found a bunch of them, so I want to say I got like 6, 7 of them, like different images that I'm going to be using, because I've got from last year, I got this. It's one of the ones that's got audio to it. So I needed some more pictures to get in there so that I could have really a place to put this. And then I got these door knockers that I'm going to be putting in along the pictures and everything. So these are kind of like going to be popping out of the wall. But I'm going to be taking the knocker portion off of there and just leaving the faces, cutting off the tabs for hanging them, and fleshing them so they give a different look. I don't really like the black and almost silver looking paint to them, but yeah, those were just $1 each, so I went ahead and picked those up. Figured I could add those in. Okay, this is the moving face effect that I picked up from my favorite haunted house ever. That would be Disney's Haunted Mansion.
Troy, you're outside somewhere because we've been hearing sirens everywhere.
Yeah. So stay in your house. I'm sick of hearing sirens. Anyways, basically what this is it's the inverted side of a mask sprayed with spray paint and then lit with a black, sprayed with the glow-in-the-dark spray paint and then lit with a black light. And as you can see, I'm moving around and the face is following you. It's pretty much an optical illusion.
You want me to turn off the light, see if it'll pick up the glow in the dark?
Go for it. I don't think it'll pick up the glow in the dark. The camera's not that sensitive. Nah, it's not picking it up. So, go ahead and turn on the torch portion of the light. Here.
Oh, there it is. Got it.
See, that's just a mask. Inverted portion. Just freshly sprayed it with paint.
You can still
And actually, you know what? That looks like on the camera, like it's almost popping out. But, as you can see, it's the inverted portion of the mask. When I go like this.
How much was this little black light? I forget.
The black light was about $7 after tax. And it's battery operated. And it's a really good idea if you're trying to avoid using the cords and stuff. It's battery operated. It's got 4 AA batteries. It's good for small props. It's got a torch on there as well. You can take off the plastic cover. Gives the effect a little bit better for the black light. But yeah, I figured that was cool. Give you guys a view of that. Oh, yeah. The black light, if you're looking for one like this, it's at Walmart. I don't know if they're going to have them at the Walmarts where you're at, but definitely where I'm at. So, it's pretty easy to use. Add in there extra lighting.